Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Young and the Restless weekly spoilers find Summer Newman getting down and dirty in her custody battle during the week of August 5 to 9, 2024. Meanwhile, someone makes a risky decision while another faces her past on Y&R. Check out the latest spoilers for the CBS soap opera. Next week on Y&R, Summer Newman is ready to fight Kyle Abbott for sole custody of Harrison Locke. But she's in for a shock when Kyle comes home early from his work trip to Paris. She demands to know what he's doing there, but he's more concerned about what she's doing with Harrison. His father, Jack Abbott, tries to mediate, but it's likely useless. Later, Claire agrees Howard makes trouble for Summer and Kyle. Then, Summer gets ruthless and lets her grandfather, Victor Newman, use his connections to help her case. Of course, she may be unaware that her grandfather is interfering on Young and the Restless, but chances are she knows what Victor is doing. Indeed, that's not fair to Kyle, but she believes she is doing what is best for Harrison. Surely, things are getting ugly. While Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, gets nasty with Kyle Abbott, Michael Miller, Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, struggles. Currently, she's being haunted by Cameron Kirsten, Lyndon Ashby. He's a figment of her imagination and stems from her insecurities. She is supposed to be getting help and going back on her bipolar medication. However, Cameron is in her head and could very well influence her decisions. Later, she has another run-in with Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, and Phyllis lashes out. Also, on Young and the Restless, Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, gets a painful reminder. Then, she receives comfort from her boyfriend, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman. Perhaps the reminder is of the baby they lost not that long ago. Additionally, Adam and Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, bring their son, Connor Newman, Judah Mackey, home from Baltimore. And their dirty secret that they slept together in Baltimore may come out soon. Meanwhile, on Y&R, Lucy Romalotti, Lily Brooks O'Brien, heads down a dangerous path. When she goes to a concert with Faith Newman, Lancaster, Faith catches her drinking. She can't believe it and wants to know where she got the booze and how much she drank. Meanwhile, Lucy's parents, Heather Stevens, Vale Bloom, and Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziati, worry about Lucy. And with good reason. Elsewhere, on Young and the Restless, Victor Newman, Eric Braden, and Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, make a bold business move. They settle something with Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, and Nate Hastings, seen Dominic. Then, Lily reconsiders working with Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, and he switches things up on her. Meanwhile, Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, and Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, celebrate their anniversary, and Jack turns up the romance. Later, Phyllis annoys Diane. Y&R is full of drama and suspense next week. Don't miss a moment to see Summer Newman's next move on the CBS Sudser. Genoa City is no stranger to drama, but this week, the storm has a name, and it's Summer Newman. With her polished exterior and a last name that carries more weight than a Newman jet, Summer's about to shatter expectations and burn bridges in a way that will leave viewers stunned and gasping for more. Beneath Summer's signature smirk lies a strategy so calculated, it makes Victor look like an amateur. Tired of being underestimated, dismissed, or considered the lesser Newman, Summer decides it's time to stop playing nice and start playing dirty. Her target? The delicate alliance between Kyle Abbott and Audra Charles. Summer has watched long enough as Kyle flirts with danger, aligning himself with Audra, a woman with the morals of a viper and the patience of a spider. Summer's had enough. But instead of confronting Kyle head-on, she's learned from the best. This week, Summer goes covert. She begins by dropping subtle seeds of doubt in Audra's mind. A casual whisper here, a fake accidental text there. She's crafting a web that threatens to entangle Audra in paranoia and self-destruction. Summer's weapon isn't brute force, it's elegance laced with venom. But Summer knows one woman's revenge plot isn't enough to topple the increasingly powerful Audra. She needs intel, she needs leverage, she needs Phyllis. Yes, despite their rocky history, Summer swallows her pride and approaches her mother. Phyllis, ever the schemer and thrill-seeker, doesn't need much convincing. The moment Summer shares her plan to expose Audra's dark dealings and win Kyle back, Phyllis practically salivates. The mother-daughter duo is back, and this time, they're not just throwing punches. They're orchestrating a symphony of sabotage. Using Phyllis's hacking skills and Summer's strategic mind, they uncover an encrypted file in Audra's laptop, one that ties her to an offshore account and a shadow investor that could spell corporate doom for Newman Media if revealed. Meanwhile, Kyle is stuck between loyalty and desire. He's always had a soft spot for Summer, but Audra's been intoxicating, a little dangerous, a lot seductive. But as Summer's manipulations slowly unravel Audra's perfect persona, Kyle begins to see cracks. Missed calls, strange meetings, whispered threats. He starts to suspect that Audra is hiding more than just a few skeletons in her designer closet. But Audra isn't some weak-willed damsel waiting to be outplayed. Once she senses Summer's hand in the chaos, she retaliates like only Audra can, with venom. She threatens to expose Kyle's recent unauthorized business decisions that could cost the Abbott family millions and his place at Jibot. It's checkmate until Summer pulls out her ace, the offshore account file. One visit to Victor, and Audra could be finished. Summer plays it cool but delivers the message: back off or burn. In a stunning confrontation at Society, Audra publicly accuses Summer of corporate espionage. Summer doesn't deny it. In fact, she leans in, takes a sip of her wine, and delivers a line that freezes the room. "You should have known better than to play games in my city." Phyllis watches from a corner, pride in her eyes and phone in hand, already forwarding the evidence to Nick and Victor. Kyle, conflicted but captivated, sees Summer in a new light, not just as the girl he once loved, but as the woman who just outmaneuvered a queen in a high-stakes chess match. But not everyone is impressed. Nikki Newman, ever the matriarch, catches wind of Summer's underhanded tactics and steps in with a warning. She reminds Summer that power without principles leads to ruin, and that the Newman name can protect, but it can also punish. It's a chilling reminder that Genoa City's Golden Girl has officially crossed over into a new league, where the gloves are off, the game is on, and Summer's ready to run the board. As the week closes, the landscape of power in Genoa City shifts. Summer's no longer content with being the girl in the background. She's on the offensive, ruthless, poised, and unrelenting, and everyone should be watching their backs. Victor may raise an eyebrow. Nick might have questions, but no one can deny that Summer just pulled off a masterclass in manipulation. Whether her rise leads to redemption, destruction, or domination is anyone's guess, but one thing's for sure.